Hi, welcome to this video. Today, we're going to learn about complex numbers. Don't worry if the term sounds complicated, I'll break it down step by step for you. Complex calculus. Chapter 1. Complex numbers. Definition of complex numbers. The complex number is basically the combination of a real number and an imaginary number. I'm here # replaces the word number, but it is not better. I used it for my convenience. The complex number is in the form of a plus ib, where a equals real number and ib equals imaginary number. Also, a, b belongs to real numbers and I equals square root of -1. In set notation, the set of real numbers can be written as a subset of the set of complex numbers. To help you understand better, example, 5 equals 5 plus 0i. In fact, all real number can be thought of as complex number, which have 0 imaginary part. Next let's explore. Example 1. X squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0, x minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. Answer is x equals 3 and x equals 1. Example 2. X minus 1 square equals 0. Answer is x equals 1, x equals 1. Next. X squared plus 1 equals 0. X squared equals -1. X equals plus or minus square root of -1. Equals I. So, x equals plus or minus I. Then -1 equals I square. Consider a plus ib. A, mean real part. B. Mean imaginary part. So, we can write as 5 plus 0i and 2i, as 0 plus 2i. Using notation, z equals xi plus iy. In here, x, mean re z and iy, mean mz. Furthermore, I will explain this using the Argand diagram. Keep in mind, this is not the same as the standard xy plane.
There are 2 points. The first point, P1, is located at coordinates in the Argand diagram. The second point, P2, is located at coordinates 0, 5 in the Argand diagram.
So you can write it like this: P1 equals x plus yi and P2 equals 0 plus 5i. Remember this. Do not write P2 equals 5i, it is not better way. Always write like this. P2 equals 0 plus 5i. Next topic. Set of complex number. There are some mathematical notations. Let z equals x plus iy. Next, conjugate of complex number. To help you understand better, let me give you an example. 1 plus 2i and 1 minus 2i if z equals this. This is the conjugate of z. Notation, conjugate of z equals z bar. Z equals x plus iy, z bar equals x minus iy. Note, when you multiply a complex number by its conjugate, the result is a real number. Look at this example. Answer is 5 and 5 is real number. Next. Addition of complex numbers. Consider 1 plus 2i and 2 plus 3i. Next. Subtraction of complex numbers. Consider 1 plus 2i and 2 plus 3i. Multiply of complex numbers. Next. Division of complex numbers. In this step, you should multiply both terms in the conjugate of denominator. Note, properties of complex conjugate. Z equals x plus iy, z bar equals x minus iy. Conjugate of a conjugate is the complex number itself. Conjugate of sum is sum of conjugates. Conjugate of difference is difference of conjugates. Conjugate of product is product of conjugates. Conjugate of quotient is quotient of conjugates. Conjugate of a power is power of conjugate. Conjugate of a root is root of conjugate. Complex numbers exercises. Express the following in the form x plus iy. Example 1. X caret 3 plus 1 equals 0. Get factors of this. There is a 1 in front of the x. Please take half of this value and then square it. Please add 1/4 and then subtract 1/4. This will ensure that there is no change in the overall value. Take the difference of two squares. Answer is this. Example 2. X cubed minus 1 is equal to 0. Please use the same approach or method as I did for the previous problem to solve this one. Answer is this. Example 3. 5 plus 2i divided by 1 minus 4i. In here multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. This is the answer. Example 4. 3 plus I to the power 4 minus 3 minus I to the power 4. Same as example number 1 and 2, use the difference of two squares. This is the answer. Write it right way. Example 5. Square root of 5 plus 12i. How solve this? As you know, when solving for a complex number, the result will also be a complex number, so we assume it u plus iv. Then square root of 5 plus 12i equals u plus iv. Square both sides of the equation. Now, move all the terms to one side of the equation. I get this formula as 1. And 2 uvi equals 12i, uv equals 6. This get us 2. Then v equals 6 over u. From 1. U squared equals plus or minus 9 and plus or minus minus 4. U equals plus or minus 3. However, since we know u and v are real numbers, minus 4 is eliminated. Since u is real, if u equals 3 then v equals 2. If u equals minus 3 then v equals minus 2. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos.